And my experience with the Math Literacy Project has been one of great success. Before becoming the principal at Courtsville High School, I was the principal of the alternative sites. And while there, we realized that our students were really struggling to pass math, even after having the class 2 or 3 times. Our students were earning credits about 25% of the time for the math class. Once we introduced the Math Literacy Project, we jumped at both schools up into the 60% range of students passing. What I found amazing is that during this time at Desert Winds specifically, our special education students that really do struggle with the algebra requirement went from only passing 20% of the time to 80% of the time.
So when I first encountered the Math Literacy Project, I was kind of excited. Trying something new, seeing if we can break that cycle. Then getting the training was like, okay, this is a little overwhelming because there is a lot to go into it. But then actually just doing the projects and being in with the kids and doing the projects, it made it like a lot more fun. And the kids, you could see their confidence coming on. But then we put it in some context. They're like, I can do this.
Good.
And they're not like, why do I need to know this anymore? They're actually doing math.
For me, the Math Literacy Project reinvigorated my passion for teaching math. Math isn't just about memorizing formulas and solving problems. We need to encourage our students to think critically, explore different approaches to problem solving, and of course have fun. Because math can be intimidating for students. So it's important to create a positive and supportive learning environment that encourages questions and provides positive feedback. It also creates a classroom culture where mistakes are seen as opportunities to learn and to grow. That's the Math Literacy Project, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Because students are getting so much more out of math and actually retaining that math. And I believe that these critical thinkers that we're putting into the world are going to be amazing mathematicians, lawyers, whatever they want to be, because they can think critically. It's not about learning the math, but it's about experiencing it. And like I said before, not to become calculators, but to become critical thinkers. That's one of the main reasons that we're doing math.
When I initially found out about it, I was really excited. I was like, projects math, I'm all about it. And then I was really confused because I didn't know like how to implement it or what to do. But then I was given all these kids that I was like told, you got to teach them projects. And I was like, what do I do? But the first meeting that we had all together at the district made me feel so much better and so much more comfortable, especially all the time that I got to collaborate with everybody about how to do the projects and try a project on our own and complete it and talk with my peers about it. That was really helpful.
Math literacy curriculum and training has greatly impacted my teaching. I never thought of myself as a sage on a stage prior to this. However, now I realize that I was a bit of a sage on the stage. I've become a lot more flexible and able to follow students' thinking. With this curriculum, there is no one right answer. The students are going to have multiple entry points into the problem and multiple solutions. So I've become much better at supporting students and thinking through their own path instead of trying to direct them through my way of thinking or the textbook's way of thinking.
The greatest impact, I've seen a lot of growth with some of the teachers that are doing it as well, especially if they're embracing it, a little more open-minded. Unfortunately, math teachers, we sometimes get in our ruts, like this is how I was taught and this is how we're gonna do it. But the teachers that I have seen do the best are very receptive to something different, especially projects, right? As far as student growth goes, it's super exciting to see some of these students who feel like they're not successful in math all of a sudden, come out of their shell and have some successes. And going into the different classes that I've observed where people are doing the projects, even since the beginning of the year, I've seen the growth with the students too, because the first time I came in during the year, you could see them not wanting to do stuff, but they've gotten through more projects when they're actually doing them. It's really fun to see the kids get excited and speak up instead of just sitting there saying, I can't do math.